Leonardo da Vinci. The Miracle of Art and Machines. Long ago in Italy, in a small village called Vinci, a special boy was born. Leonardo da Vinci. His father, Ser Piero, was a Florentine notary, and his mother, Caterina, was a young peasant woman. From an early age, Leonardo was filled with curiosity about the world. He would observe bees collecting nectar, watch how water flowed in streams, and gaze at birds flying high in the sky, wondering how they could soar so freely. He often drew animals, trees, and people from his village, showcasing his exceptional artistic talent from a young age. Leonardo had a deep passion for drawing and demonstrated his artistic gifts early on. He used charcoal to sketch animals, plants, and even his family and friends on the walls of his home. He particularly enjoyed drawing birds, fascinated by their ability to fly. He also sculpted small animals from clay and crafted wooden toys, observing their shapes and striving to make them look realistic. Listening to local craftsmen discuss building bridges and houses sparked his interest in mechanical structures. Recognizing his talent, his father decided to send him to Florence to study art. As a teenager, Leonardo moved to Florence and became an apprentice in the renowned workshop of Andrea del Verrocchio. There, he received comprehensive training in painting, sculpture, architecture, and mechanical engineering. He learned to mix paints, apply perspective to create realistic images, and studied human anatomy to understand movement and proportion. He frequently visited markets to observe people's actions and expressions, incorporating these details into his artwork to bring his subjects to life. One day, Verrocchio asked Leonardo to paint an angel in one of his works. When Verrocchio saw Leonardo's contribution, he was astonished by the delicate brushwork and realistic portrayal, surpassing his own. This led Verrocchio to recognize Leonardo's exceptional abilities and allowed him to work independently. Leonardo developed his unique artistic style, gradually gaining prominence in Florence's art scene. Leonardo was not only a painter but also deeply interested in science and invention. He studied bird flight and conceptualized various flying machines, including designs resembling a helicopter. Although the technology of his time couldn't realize these inventions, his ideas significantly influenced future aviation developments. He also designed numerous mechanical devices, such as a mechanical lion that could walk, showcasing his extraordinary imagination and scientific spirit. Leonardo was commissioned to paint a mural in the convent of Santa Maria del Grazie in Milan. He created the famous The Last Supper, depicting the moment Jesus announces that one of his disciples will betray him. Leonardo spent years studying how to portray emotions and movements, using light and shadow to enhance the composition. Each disciple's expression reflects different emotions and psychological states, making the painting a masterpiece in art history. One of Leonardo's most famous and iconic paintings is the Mona Lisa. This beautiful artwork shows a mysterious woman with a gentle smile and eyes full of emotion. No matter where you stand, her expression seems to change. Sometimes happy, sometimes thoughtful, and always full of mystery. People can look at her again and again, each time discovering something new. What makes this painting so special is the way Leonardo painted it. He used a special technique called sfumato, which made the light and shadows blend softly together. This made the woman's face look very lifelike and full of feeling. Her smile seems to shift with every glance, creating a magical and timeless feeling. Even today, millions of people are drawn to her mysterious smile, wondering what she might be thinking. Leonardo was a polymath, excelling in art, science, and invention. His notebooks contain hundreds of innovative designs, including underwater breathing apparatuses, weapon systems, and early concepts of tanks. Although many of these ideas couldn't be built during his lifetime, they laid the groundwork for future technological advancements. He also designed hydraulic systems to improve city water supplies, some of which are still in use today. Leonardo had a profound interest in human anatomy, believing that understanding the body's structure was essential for realistic art. He conducted dissections to study muscles, bones, and internal organs, meticulously documenting his findings through detailed drawings. His work, including the famous Vitruvian Man, illustrates the ideal human proportions and has become a classic reference in both art and anatomy. Leonardo's fascination with flight persisted throughout his life. He carefully observed birds and designed various flying machines, considering every detail from wings to mechanical structures. Though his inventions couldn't be realized in his era, they have had a lasting impact on the field of aviation. His notebooks are filled with concepts ranging from helicopter-like devices to gliders, inspiring awe even today. Beyond flying machines, Leonardo designed numerous other mechanical devices, including automatic doors, diving equipment, and even a mechanical knight. He created a device to enhance water flow, aiding mills in operating more efficiently. The mechanical knight could mimic human movements, with movable arms and head, and could even walk. These inventive creations, though not built in his time, have influenced modern technology. Leonardo believed that art and science were deeply connected. He often used mathematics to study beauty and geometry to design the layout of his paintings. He discovered that harmony in a painting had much to do with proportions, and he studied something called the golden ratio, a perfect pattern often found in nature.By applying these mathematical ideas, he made his artwork not only beautiful but also perfectly balanced. Leonardo also used scientific observation to improve his art. He carefully studied how light shines on objects and how shadows change with the angle. These studies helped him create realistic scenes. He even built mirrors and lenses to explore how light reflects and bends. During his career, Leonardo worked in many cities across Italy. He created paintings and also helped design buildings, machines, and public systems. He spent many years in Milan, where he worked for the Duke, designing palaces, canals, and even ideas for city planning. Leonardo imagined a perfect city that would be cleaner, safer, and easier to live in. His deep understanding of how cities work showed how he combined both artistic vision and scientific thinking. His designs influenced how cities could be built in the future, making life better for many people. In his later years, Leonardo moved to France at the invitation of King Francis I. The king admired Leonardo and gave him a home in a beautiful castle near the royal palace. Even as his health weakened, Leonardo continued to draw, explore ideas, and do scientific studies. He enjoyed talking with French scholars and sharing his thoughts about nature and invention. He loved to sit by the window, quietly watching the trees, the sky, and animals, always learning from the world around him. The king often visited Leonardo, and they became close friends. Leonardo was deeply respected, and his mind remained curious until the very end. Leonardo's art, science, and notebooks continue to inspire people around the world. His paintings are masterpieces, not just for their beauty, but for the deep understanding of nature, the human body, and light they reveal. His notebooks are filled with inventions, ideas, and experiments that were far ahead of his time. Many of his designs helped future scientists and inventors build new technologies. Leonardo's creative thinking changed the way people saw both art and science. His ideas still help us today, in medicine, machines, and even in how we learn about the world. He showed us that imagination and knowledge can create wonders. Leonardo da Vinci was a true genius. Not only a painter, but also a scientist, inventor, and dreamer. His works and ideas shaped the Renaissance and inspired generations of artists and thinkers. He never settled for simple answers, always digging deeper to understand how things truly worked. His endless curiosity, creativity, and talents across so many fields made his life truly extraordinary. Leonardo's story reminds us that with wonder, learning, and courage, we can each create something special. His spirit still lives on, lighting the path for dreamers and explorers all over the world.